starting group. Sliding in at the wing, you'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Suggs in at the point guard. And for the Warriors, they've got Payton. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Payton against Suggs. Got a piece of it. Curry looking around. Here's Green. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Banchero against Green. Wagner as screen on Green. Here's Banchero. Sinks the 15-footer.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And a deep three from Curry. And it's Orlando with the rebound. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Suggs finds Caldwell Pope, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The answer from Butler, no one is more competitive than Jimmy.
Wagner passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Wagner. Isaac with a screen for Wagner. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Curry is inside. He's covered by Suggs. Curry, good. 7 points in the game.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Suggs against Payton. Banchero outside. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off his shot. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. Has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Now here's Curry. He has 7 on the wing. Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. Caldwell Pope outside. Offline with his 3. Warriors leading by 4. Curry fires from way outside. Great look, but off the mark. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Caldwell Pope for 3. The rebound by Post. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range in the first quarter. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. No good on the 3. The Magic trail by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And good touch there on the floater. A shot KCP is adding to his arsenal.
Now Curry. Pass to post. From outside the arc. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Warriors on top, up by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt for him, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Isaac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kicks it out to Banchero. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screening. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's not anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. You just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. And it's good for 2.
There isn't a shot Steph Curry doesn't have a feel for. Floaters, runners, whatever. The tougher, the better.
Warriors leading by 5. Fires away from way outside. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Banchero, good on the three-point shot. Banchero's got 8 points.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Butler from outside. Banchero grabs the board. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Stan, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
But he would have no reason to.
Exactly. Isaac, a screen on Payton. Suggs against Payton. Now, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded. Good D by Payton. Green with a screen for Butler. Outside Curry. And stolen by Wagner. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Orlando gets it back. Banchero passes to Suggs. Back to Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jalen Suggs.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
To the inside, Isaac. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Payton. It's Curry outside. Wow, Curry automatic from deep.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And there's Banchero on the assist from Suggs. Suggs has got 5 assists in the game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Shot by Podziemski, no good. The Magic trail by 5. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Batadze the pass to Anthony. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Batadze can't hit. Here's Podziemski. Takes the 3. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kevon Looney out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Hield. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. Wow. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Hield against Anthony. Shot from the top of the key. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
So, Stan, we have a second-generation player in front of us, and next to us is Dad. Cole Anthony, he has his dad's gift, don't you think, for passing the ball?
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot more scoring gift than his dad had. You know, and the thing I love about what Cole has done, though, I respect so much, is he's accepted that role coming off the bench, and he's been such a great weapon for them.
Anthony taking his time here. Pass to De Silva. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Kuminga. Three-pointer Hield. The rebound by Batadze. The Magic trail by 4. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Anthony against Hield. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Black dishes to Anthony. Back to Black.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Pajemski. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And now a 5-point Warrior lead. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Second team.
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Here's Moody. That shot is off. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Black. Poke loose. Wagner against Kuminga. Hit by Kuminga. Here's Pajemski. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Warriors leading by 5. On the wing, Heel. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Looney. And the Warriors miss again. Orlando, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Kuminga goes in. Pajemski with it. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Looney kicks to Kuminga. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kuminga's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
There's a screen. There's the triple. And we've reached the end of the third. Warriors ahead. They're up by 5. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for Orlando. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. Here's Post. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Post has got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Curry against Wagner. Green with a screen for Curry. Lets it go with the 3. Warriors getting another chance here. Outside Green. It's stolen by Banchero. And now Banchero pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
And this kid is just a natural-born scorer. Banchero can post you up, face you up, and also beat you in transition.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Carter. It's 2-on-1. Wagner with it. Butler covering. Wagner kicks to Suggs. Curry with the steal. Here's Post. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Payton. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Post. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Curry with the 3. Wagner wide open. They get it again. Pass to Suggs. Here's Banchero. And he's good on the 3 ball. Banchero's got 6 here in this quarter.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
To the paint. Green finds Curry. Back to Green. Here's Post. Curry on the wing. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
And the lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
Suggs, screen on Curry. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Caldwell Pope.
And there you go, a confident scorer. KCP coming up big when they need it.
And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. It's stolen by Banchero. Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him. Isaac kicks to Suggs. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Pass to Banchero. 4 on the shot clock. Wagner outside. The 3 ball, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here. Fields checked in.
Your Warriors, number 7,
1:06 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Butler on the wing. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Isaac passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Isaac. Banchero with the ball. Isaac a screen on Green. Banchero dishes to Caldwell Pope. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And this team believes in him. But there, he repays their confidence by executing in the clutch.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul. He's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And all eyes on Banchero here. They want to see how he handles some intense pressure.
Isaac a screen on Peyton. Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. Banchero a screen on Peyton. Wagner from long range. No good from 3-point territory. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Right between the eyes.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Cadillac
Qualifiers.
starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Gigi Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5 spot. And for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II. Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. Moran. Well, Richard, these teams like to slow it down and play their half-court sets.
When you're a young player, that can be a bit frustrating, but when you're a vet, you welcome games like this where everyone can take their time.
Here's Curry. Shoots over Moran. Shot is good by Curry.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Jackson with a screen on Payton. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Yep, that one goes.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Edey. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Pass to Post. The 3-ball. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Morant looking for an opening from deep. Payne goes back up, kicks it out to Jackson. Here's the pick, fires it, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The kick out, Curry. Beyond the arc. The 3. The rebound by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Lets the 3 fly, and there's Jackson on the assist by Payne.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
First team foul.
Warriors on D. Here's Payne. Yep, that one's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Morant. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 4th rebound in this one. Payne against Curry. Payton passes to Green. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Golden State.
Must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky from the arc.
Morant against Payton. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Pass to Post. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Edey. Jackson outside. There's a screen. Kept alive. And here's Morant. Clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. Curry against Morant. Butler, a screen on Morant. The 3 from Curry. He can't hit that time. The shot comes out, and we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Jackson in at the small forward. RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
Pass to Bane, fires the 3. Count it, 2 for 4 from the field now.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Green with a screen on Jackson. Butler passes to Green. Outside for Butler. Left side Curry. And stolen by Morant. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. Pass to post. Puts up a deep 3. And the Warriors miss again. Memphis trailing here. Morant with it. Payton covering. Here's Jackson. And stolen by Green. Butler on the wing. Hounded by Morant. Fader on the way. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Morant. The second effort. Back to Jackson. Bane finds Morant, and it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And again, it's Memphis missing. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Kuminga, he's checked in for Green. Moody comes in for Butler. Heald's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, B.A., injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Pass to post.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over Edey. Post shot, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Jackson, the pass to Bane. There's the drive. Here's Edey. From deep, Morant. Kuminga pulls it in. Now here's Podziemski, hounded by Morant. Out to the right wing. Bane against Hield. Let's go with a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
Comes right off the pick and knocks it down. Great use of the screen by Hield.
They set a pick. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Here's Kuminga. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the dunk by Jackson.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Kuminga with a screen on Bain. Here's Hield. Outside Moody. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Putting that 7'5" wingspan to use Jackson with great timing on the rejection.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Clock at 2. Here's Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga, strong like bull.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. From the arc. He buries it from 3. Jackson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. The Warriors trailing. Now here's Podziemski. Outside Moody. Looney the screen. It could go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Memphis ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Hield in a shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Really left him alone that time. Williams has got his first 2 points. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
Back to Moody. Puts up a 3. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Kennard for 3. Sinks the tray. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Kennard for 3. The Warriors pull it in. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
B.A., they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries, and there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Kuminga with a screen on Williams. Moody from outside. Another 3 for Golden State. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Here's Kennard. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Kennard's got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Looney. Oh, look at Looney finding space inside.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Bagley, a screen on Hield. Kennard for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Kennard's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Pass to Looney. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Pippen. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Kennard outside. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Looney, the screen. Hield from outside. Up, pulls it in.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Kennard for 3. The Warriors pull it in. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third quarter. Hield drives in. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Outside Pajemski. Second shot opportunity. Comes up empty down low.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Kennard against Hield. This one for 3. And Luke Kennard with the 3. And now a 7-point Memphis lead.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
Kuminga! Not to be denied. Punches it home.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. They set the pick. Out left to the wing. There's the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Moody passes to Hield. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Hield. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Moody. Over Bagley. Moody good. Moody's got 8 points in the quarter. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Memphis leading by 6. On the court for the Grizzlies. Vince Williams is out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's Luke Kennard. And it's Pippen in at the point. Kennard for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting 59% in this one. A good average. Pass to Huff. Here's Pippen. Green covering. Kennard has the open look. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 9. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. A line change here for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Morant finds Jackson. Payne with a screen on Green. There's Jackson with the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Payton. Drains the triple. Payton's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Morant, the pass to Bane. Jackson with a screen on Curry. Here's Bane. Outside for Morant. Pass to Bane. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 9. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Butler, a screen on Bane. Here's Payton. Basket's good.
Gary Payton II.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jackson outside. Morant with a screen on Butler. Jackson. Offensive board. Back to Morant. Tipped. Launches a three. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 6th rebound on the night. Butler on the bounce. No luck on that one. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Payne against Butler. Outside Curry. Shoots over Morant. Memphis with a rebound. Payne's got 4 rebounds now. Edey for 3. Kicks it out to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best, rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Bain. Jackson outside. Payne with a screen on Green. There's Jackson with the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And he can hurt you with his jumper also. Jackson's confidence is rising after draining that one.
Curry against Morant. Curry passes to Butler. 3-pointer. A rebound by Edey. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Bain. He's covered by Curry. Offensive rebound. Here's Edey. Outside Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Edey for 3. Warriors with the rebound. 1 minute left in the final quarter. Green finds Butler. Outside for Green. Here's Post. And it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Incredible passer at his position. Green is especially good at getting it to the open teammate.
Payton against Morant. Over Payton. Unable to get that one.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Outside, Green. Butler against Jackson. Outside Payton. Fires the 3. And it's Bain with the rebound. Memphis wins it, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA,
potential blow. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with G.G. Jackson. And it's Edey in at the center position. And that one's good.
The wheel come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Magic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Morant with it, picked up by Banchero. Basket good.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Back to Suggs. Wagner with this screen for Caldwell Pope. Rocket 6. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. And it's Wagner missing. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morant passes to Jackson. Outside Jackson. Morant outside. Releases. Again, Memphis.
Well, this is what Morant does best. A natural scorer who does it in a variety of ways.
Here's Suggs. Sinks the three-pointer. Suggs has got 8 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season has really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. They will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Morant against Suggs. Morant kicks to Jackson. Jackson a screen on Banchero. Jackson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Wagner missing. Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Edey can't hit. Orlando leading. Caldwell Pope pass to Suggs. This one for 3. Kicks it out to Wagner. To the wing right side. That's good from Suggs on the assist from Wagner. Suggs has got 14 points for the game. Morant surveying the D. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Not to be outstaged, Morant saying, right back at you.
Isaac with a screen for Suggs. And Carroll. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for the Orlando Magic. He totaled 14. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot.
Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero up there with Isaac, and it's Suggs in at the point guard position. That's the group start the second quarter for the Magic. Bain finds Jackson. Knocked loose and stolen by Wagner. Puts up a deep three. And it's Suggs missing. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Now here's Morant for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Isaac, and it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And stolen by Wagner. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Magic lead by 3.
Attacking immediately. Caldwell Pope fires the moment he finds his angle.
Morant bats for 2. And another miss by Memphis. The Magic have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. For 3, Caldwell Pope traps in the tray. And now a 6-point Magic lead. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20-25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Hey, you got to love that response. KCP not wasting any time getting those points back. Right back at him.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here he goes, and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
For three, and it's Suggs missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And Isaac throws it down.
Boy, nice finish that time by Isaac. Power and athleticism on that dunk.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Memphis moving that ball around. There's the screen. That's a two from Kennard. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Wagner as screen on Pippen. A nice shot by Black. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And here's Kennard. Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. The second chance effort. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Kennard is out there with Pippen. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's Stevens in at the 3 slot. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
A solid facilitator, Anthony, using that inherited, or DNA, if you will, instinct for passing.
Kennard for 3. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got 5 now.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Wagner outside. Here's Black, guarded by Pippen. Anthony right side. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Magic lead by 1.
That last shot got Anthony geeked up. He wanted some revenge.
There's a good screen. Kennard kicks to Bagley. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And Pippen pulls it down. For Memphis, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Grizzlies ball.
Kennard against Anthony. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Here's Huff. Bangs home the trifecta. Huff's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Wagner has screen on Pippen. Here's De Silva. No good with the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside for Pippen. Kennard for 3. Connects from three-point range. And it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And that one's good, Wagner.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Kennard against Anthony. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. Kennard's got the lead back up to 8 now for the Grizzlies. Kennard against Anthony. And there are the Magic with another bucket. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kennard against Anthony. The 3. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Black. To the middle. Outside Anthony. The 3. Stephens pulls it in.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
Now Kennard. He's got 11. Pippen kicks to Kennard. The tray. They get the rebound. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Here's Morant. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Shot clock at 5. Payne for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Suggs dishes to Banchero. From deep. And there's Suggs on the assist from Banchero. Suggs has got 20.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
Outside for Jackson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Here's Suggs. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Suggs has got 5 points in the quarter.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Jackson from long range. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Back to Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jalen Suggs. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Memphis leading by 5. Outside for Jackson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The shot. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Orlando's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Wagner with a screen for Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. Morant kicks to Jackson. Wagner against Morant. Here's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Van Carroll looking around. Caldwell Pope for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morant's got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis.
And that three-point shot has really evolved for Ja, becoming a bigger part of his game.
Suggs against Morant. Fires at the elbow. Another miss by Orlando.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Edey. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Wagner from long range. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Morant passes to Bain. From the arc. That shot off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Van Carroll missing. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Another miss by Orlando. Memphis with the ball. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jackson misses.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Off on that one. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, RIDA, thanks again. And that'll do it.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. They've got Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Wagner against Butler. There's the three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Suggs outside. Pass to Wagner. And he buries his first look.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Green with a screen on Isaac. The three. And Post gets it to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a three-point game. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. he is going to be a force for a very long time.
Here's Suggs, and there's the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Man, Suggs can really move. And once he sees he has a clear path, he launches up for the dunk.
Curry passes to Payton. This one for three. Curry's shot is off. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler in the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. Passionate Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Now here's Payton. Payton with a screen on Wagner. Butler passes to Payton. Clock at 6. Green with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's Payton, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And Carroll with a screen on Payton. Outside, Caldwell Pope. 1:57 left in the first quarter here. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Curry against Caldwell Pope. Drive by Curry. It's tipped. And Carroll surveys. The long-distance three is buried.
Yeah, boy, the confidence of this young man. Banchero with the moonshot.
Post. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 3. Butler passes to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
The 3 from Suggs. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside Butler. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. That's tipped. Wagner with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Pulls up for 3. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the 3. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
You got to stay connected to Caldwell Pope. He's a knockdown shooter, and he can get it going.
Outside Payton. Pass to Post. Back to Payton. Here's Post. 5 on the clock. And here's Green from the arc. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
How about that answer from Draymond Green? You don't think the competitor in him wants to step up and answer the call? He did it there.
Wagner for 3. The rebound by Post. Intercepted. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Orlando ahead, up by 1. And the second quarter is on its way. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Isaac in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. The 3 from Banchero. Tries again. Back to Suggs. 5 to shoot. Ooh, poked away. And here comes the break. Outside heel. Pass to Moody. Kuminga with a screen on Wagner. Moody attacking the lane. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Man, that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
On the wing, Suggs, defended by Podziemski. The 3 from Banchero. Podziemski grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And there's the call on Banchero. That's foul number 2 for him. Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Podziemski. He's covered by Suggs. Podziemski's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 5.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
Healed against Caldwell-Pope. Moody on the wing. Now here's Heel. The D's right on him. 6 to shoot. Looney, a screen on Wagner. Here's Moody. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Wagner outside. A deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Wagner's got 5 now.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Outside Moody from behind the arc. And the Warriors with another 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And a smart feed from Suggs. The defense making it easy, leaving his teammate open.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Looney, a screen on Banchero. Uh-oh, Kuminga on the take. And Kuminga throws it down.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
A line change here for Orlando.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
54 seconds left in the second period. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Black. Connects from downtown. Black's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
For Orlando, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Back to Bataze. Pass to Black. Anthony with it. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Looney grabs a miss. And stolen by Anthony. Here's Black. With some arc. And he gets that one. Black's got 5 points now in the quarter. 5 ticks left in the first half. Here's Podziemski. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Orlando ahead. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create.
He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Kevon Looney. And it's Podziemski in at the point. Pass to Podziemski. Fades back. That shot, no good. Magic leading by 4. Wagner outside. Here's Black. Here's Batase. He's defended by Looney. Here's De Silva. Still without a bucket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to put one up here. For 3, Anthony. The Warriors pull it in. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Kuminga. With the drive. Ooh, Kuminga. So deadly at the rim. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Kuminga against Wagner. Right side, Kuminga. Looney finds Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Goes up on the baseline. The shot by Looney, no good. Magic leading by 4. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And it's Wagner missing. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Podziemski. Sends it home from 3-point land. Podziemski's got 6.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Anthony, the pass to Black. Wagner with it. He's scoreless. Anthony outside. Launches it. Drops in the 3. And the Magic lead by 4.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
There's the steal. Here's De Silva. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game now. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. He's off on the second. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
Well, right now, Steph is just toying with the defense, and it feels like he is the puppeteer in this basketball game.
For 3, Anthony. Warriors with the rebound. Post has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside, Green. Here's De Silva. Counted from distance. De Silva's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not where he earns his money. That 3-point shot but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
The offensive rebound. Here's Post. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Post has got 6 points.
Well, this guy, Jimmy Butler, not showing that he's a ball stopper. Awareness, finds the open man.
Pass to Post. Now here's Green for the tie. Post shot no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 3-point lead.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
For a good call, you have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by Anthony. Butler surveying the floor. Takes the three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Isaac in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Suggs against Curry from the high post. And Post gets it to go.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball, his teammates find openings and he finds them.
Suggs against Payton. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope from downtown. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 3. To the paint. Oh,
yes, sir.
Wow! And he dunks it down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, Caldwell-Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
And it's Butler with the jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Wagner for 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. Curry's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Curry. Pass to Post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Post has got 4 points in the quarter.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Payton with a screen on Suggs. Butler on the wing. To take the lead. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero in the post. Green covering. Back to Banchero. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-pointer. And now a 5-point Orlando lead.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
The 3 from Banchero. The putback. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 5. Oh, they get a hand on it. Green, the pass to Curry. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
And none better, Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
The 3 from Suggs. The rebound by Post. Post has got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Green to take the lead. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, Draymond Green's not going to get a ton of those, but trust me, he's loving every minute of it.
Suggs against Payton. And Carroll with a screen on Payton. Here's Suggs. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Magic lead by 1.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
And here's Butler outside. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
No holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Pass to post. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Magic leading by 3. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Banchero. The 3 from Suggs. Gets the 3 to fall. Suggs has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
Outside Curry to halt the run. No, 4 for 9 from the floor now.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Pass to Isaac. No one near him. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Oh, nails the triple.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And Isaac, here we go. Yes!
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Caldwell Pope against Curry. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Isaac. That one drops for him. Now it's a 7-point Orlando lead. So Orlando takes the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early.
is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Jackson in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And it's Green missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet you still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Butler. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. The quick look, no good that time. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Pass to Post. It's Curry outside. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's Jackson with the 3. They grab their own miss. Edey. Jackson finds Jackson. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Post. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Just great intensity there. Butler just doesn't settle for simple finishes off the drive. He is trying to make a statement.
Now here's Morant, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:58 left in the first quarter. Launches it. On the wing, Jackson for the 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Dan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27 and 55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Here's the break. Morant with it. Now Payton defending. Outside Jackson. Puts up a deep 3. And the Grizzlies get it back. They set the pick. Bane, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And Green gets it to go.
And it's crucial that Green hits from the outside because it makes everything easier for his teammates.
Jackson, a screen on Payton. And it's Morant missing. The Warriors leading. Pass to post. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Now here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
And here is Curry. Banked in off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The Warriors on top. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jackson has the open look, drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. Right side Curry. Curry making it look so easy.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Morant with it. Now Green defending. Pass to Butler. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Count it.
An assertive penetrator. Love watching Butler use that athleticism to drive and finish inside.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Payton passes to Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
There isn't a shot Steph Curry doesn't have a feel for. Floaters, runners, whatever. The tougher, the better.
And it's Morant missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Three-pointer, Butler, rebounded by Jackson. It's stolen by Green. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Morant against Curry. Shoots the three, and the three ball is good. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
The three from Morant. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with it. Now Payton defending. Payton for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Curry against Bane. From past the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Morant against Payton, and finished off by Morant.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring level.
And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Heaton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Outside Butler. Jackson against Green. A floater. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Morant outside. It's good from long range. Morant's got 7 points for the quarter.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Curry against Morant. Curry kicks to Butler. Over Jackson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He can thank it David for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Looney. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Podziemski in at the 1. Here's Podziemski, defended by Pippen. Bagley against Kuminga. Looney passes to Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
That's a 2 from Kennard, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Warriors leading by 8. Three-pointer Hield, and they'll keep possession. Now, here's Moody. He's guarded by Williams. Moody's shot is off. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Fires for 3. And Moody pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the inside. And the slam by Moody.
And not just a scorer. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Looney up top. Pass to Moody. They set the screen. The three-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Kennard. He's got 5, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Healed outside. Pass to Moody. Three-pointer. And Pippen pulls it down. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential. Shots good by Kennard.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 5 now.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Three-pointer, and there's the bucket from Kuminga. Kuminga's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Looney. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Warriors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. There's Kuminga. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Podziemski with it. Healed outside. Nailed from three-point land. Hield's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Bagley from outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Jackson in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. On the wing, Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Warriors making a change here. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kuminga. Butler comes in for Moses Moody. Gary Payton is checked in for Hield. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Payton for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Morant with a wide open look. And the three off target. Warriors leading by 6. Outside Butler. On the wing, Payton. Butler, a screen on Morant. Heat. Chalk up 2 there. And here are the Grizzlies now. Here's the screen. Now here's Morant for 3. Drains the three-pointer.
And look at Morant getting bold at the arc. When he's feeling it, you really have to watch him out there.
Got that one up quick. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Now here's Morant for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Morant's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Curry from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. They kick it out to Green. Curry against Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Curry can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Puts it up from 7. Pass to Edie. Morant outside. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Payton drives in. The kick outside to Butler. From downtown. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
There's Jackson with the 3. Curry with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Butler. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. There's the 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Sinks the triple.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Curry kicks to Green. Curry looking it over. It's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Bain. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Curry, that's good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Pass to Curry. From deep three-point territory. And the miss. So we see the Warriors get the win here. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back.
look at Orlando's opening lineup. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Isaac in at the 5. And for the Grizzlies, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Jackson in at the small forward position. And both of these teams have guys that can straight up fly, like a team full of young Richard Jeffersons.
Look, I've been on some crazy athletic teams before, both in college and the pros. And these teams, oh, they are right up there in terms of athleticism.
Bain, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Isaac with a screen on Morant. Offensive board. For 3, Caldwell-Pope gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Banchero. Stolen by Bain. Morant surveying the floor. There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and the setup by Morant.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Edey. Now Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Suggs. Jackson can't get it to go. For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Jackson with a screen on Suggs. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And Carroll with a screen on Morant. Suggs, the pass to Isaac. The 3 from Banchero. He drops it from range.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
To win the run. And then Morant with the dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Oh, rejected by Isaac.
Yeah, great length from Isaac. He gets the hand up, gets a piece, using that big wingspan.
Grizzlies trail by 5. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Isaac with a screen on Morant. Here's Suggs. Nice shot from the wing.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Back to Bain. Fires the 3. Orlando with the rebound. 1:07 left in the first quarter. The 3 from Suggs. Isaac left side. The 3 from Banchero. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Bain finds Morant. Pass to Edey. 4-3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Edey. Outside Bain. He shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And Carroll with a screen on Moran. Moran against Suggs. And Carroll outside. There's the triple. Three-pointer. Buries it from three. And Carroll's got 9.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time. And it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Count the basket.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
And so Moran will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 5. Oh, John Moran, spring-loaded.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Suggs. Orlando leading by 3. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
Now here's Suggs. For 3, Caldwell Pope nails it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
From deep, Moran. They get the rebound. Bane with it. Now guarded by Suggs. That one's good from Bane on the assist by Jackson. Bane's got 5 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Wagner against Jackson. Isaac outside. Wagner with a screen on Jackson. Fires for 3. And Caro no good. Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Moran. Pass to Jackson. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Magic. Isaac's got 6 rebounds in the game. Moran against Suggs. Oh, stolen by Moran. Poke loose. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs, getting off the floor with such ease?
Jackson with a screen on Wagner. And that's good. Jackson for 3. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Suggs. He's got 6. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Pass to Wagner. Shoots over Jackson. And it's Wagner missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Memphis leading. Here's Moran. Moran! Look at the speed on the break.
He's got an elite combination of speed and athleticism. Moran, he is special when he gets out on the break, though.
Such a wide open look. Suggs has got 9 points.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A line change here for Memphis. Here's Pippen. Kennard outside. The three is up. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Black. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kennard against Anthony. Kennard outside. The three. De Silva with the rebound. In transition, here they come. Here's Anthony. And another basket for Orlando.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Kennard for three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Orlando ahead. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
They've got Marvin Bagley, and it's Huff in at center. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Magic leading by 4. Wagner, the pass to Batadze. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Here's De Silva. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Memphis with a rebound. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Black. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Pass to Pippen. Oh, got a piece of it. And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. Kennard outside. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Batadze. Orlando leading. Wagner with a screen. Pass to Batadze. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Black. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta. Black's got 5.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Pippen. Unloads. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Wagner. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 7-point Orlando lead.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Bagley, a screen on Anthony. Kennard for 3. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Batadze. Here's Black. 5 points in the game. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now here's Kennard. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation call. Orlando's ball.
A minute 58 left in the third. Here's Black. No good on the three. Grizzlies trail by 7. Kennard outside. The three is up. And again, it's Memphis missing.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Pass to Batase. Kennard against Wagner. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range. Wagner's got 7 points for the quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Kennard for three. Sinks it from distance.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Batase. Here's the three. Huff pulls it in.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Pippen, pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. They set the screen from the arc. And another three for Memphis. Orlando leading by 4. On the wing, Anthony, defended by Kennard. It's Anthony on the take. And he lays it up and in. Here's Pippen. Kennard outside. Over Anthony. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Orlando Magic leading by 6. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. They've got Anthony. Wagner is out there with Goga Batase. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Now here's Banchero. Back to Suggs. Takes a three. And it's Bane with the rebound. Bane's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Morant. And it's rejected.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
Pass to Edey. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And the three off target.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Now here's Suggs. To the wing, right side. And Banchero with it. Guarded by Morant. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Morant. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Bane surveying the D. Pass to Edey. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson for 3. And a Great assist by Moran as that one goes. Moran's got 5 assists in the game. Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's the magic from deep.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Here's Moran. Here he goes. And then Moran with the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
2 points. That one goes. And the Magic lead by 7.
You know, a mix of power and agility helps Suggs beat the interior coverage.
From deep, Moran. And he can't get that one.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Wagner outside. On the wing, Suggs. Pass to Banchero from outside the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. Lets it go from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Isaac with a screen on Moran. Puts it up. And Orlando again with the bucket.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
Suggs against Moran. Pass to Edey. And here's Bain. Outside Moran. Puts up a deep 3. And again it's Memphis missing. Orlando leading by 9. Up top, Suggs. Pounded by Moran. Banchero no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Jackson against Caldwell Pope. For 3. And that's good. Jackson for 3. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Suggs against Moran. And Carroll with a screen on Moran. Suggs, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. 5 to shoot from 20 feet. And Orlando again with the bucket.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
From deep, Moran. Orlando with the rebound. Now here's Banchero. Fires away from way outside. The shot misses. So the Magic win it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.